You are listening to the Wisecracker podcast.
Everything we say now, there will be evidence of it.
It kind of looks like she's like dying over there. Like she's coming to her last.
These are the last stretches.
Like in Killers of the Flower Moon. You guys seen that? Is it
Nah,
too
I didn't
long?
see it.
Too long for you
Yeah, I
guys?
can't hold my
Too long.
attention.
I'm waiting for it to be broken up into like 12 TikTok parts or
Yeah,
something.
they need the soap cutting underneath.
Didn't they do that with like they did that with like Mean Girls, right? They just put it all on TikTok.
Really? The
The
whole,
whole
movie?
thing?
For
Yeah.
Mean Girls?
How
Day?
long?
Yeah.
How long can a TikTok be these days? Is there a limit?
I don't know.
No one knows.
Mean Girls Day was October 6th. And then Mean Guys Day was October 7th.
All right, here we go. Strapped in now.
Well, we're not going to say it's a bunch of fucking jerks. God. Yeah, what a mess. I don't want to talk about it. That is a frequent thing on this fucking pirate radio bullshit. is-
Hamas?
Yeah, Hamas big subscribers. Well, that's what I wanted to name the cat. I was like, you get a cat? Well, because the whole story, I have a cat now. Whatever.
It might show its face. We got dog. We
Dog's
got
in the
cat.
shot. Cat might be in the shot. I don't know. But my girlfriend wanted to get an extra or a second dog to keep this thing like company.
An extra dog.
Yeah,
Once
I mean-
you have a dog, the dog needs a dog.
We have a dog and an extra dog here.
Plus, it's nice to have a backup.
We're pregnant
Yeah.
again. You're gonna have an extra kid?
Everyone needs an understudy.
Well, just in case one like falls in the toilet bowl and drowns or some shit. Accidentally flush it. I've had fantasies about accidentally flushing this fucking cat.
The cat was in the toilet. Disgusting.
It sits underneath my legs while I shit.
I
Pick it up, run out of tissue paper.
I have a small Chihuahua dog.
Yes.
And I dream about punting her. I like want to punch her into the ocean. I think.
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, I'll
Is it
say
the proper
this.
inflation, like you were commenting on?
Oh yeah, this is a properly
football?
inflated ball.
Yeah, very good.
Mint would not be properly inflated, but I could make do. I could fucking hammer.
How,
into the
how
Alan-
far do you think you could punt a dog?
Well, I can speak
30
from
yards,
experience.
40 yards?
I've punted a Chihuahua.
Shut no.
Oh.
you
Yeah,
haven't.
no, I really have.
You
Yeah, I forgot
haven't.
about
Yes,
this.
I have.
This has happened
My
once.
first, it's statute of limitations. I think. Statue of limitless.
Yeah, it's a statute of
It's
limitations.
the statue. That's what I
There's
call
the
the
statue
of
of liberty and the statue of limitations.
Yeah, the statute of limitations is right. It's covered up behind the Statue of Liberty. It's further on the Jersey side, and that's just like. It's a smaller statue that's just kind of like, oh, the system's, you're an immigrant, the system's going to crush you.
Yeah, the Statue of Liberty represents the American dream and everything that's possible, and anyone could be
Yeah.
president one day. And then the Statue of Limitations is like, well, actually, not everyone
Yeah.
can be the president one day.
The statue
The
of
American
limits.
dream is,
When my first apartment in North Hollywood, every day, most of my time here during COVID was I would just walk around for a really long time until someone tried to attack me, and they'd be like, all right, time to just that's when I turn around. And every day there would be a Chihuahua that would just run out of the house and come after me, just like, and every day I'd be like, hey, buddy, hey, like try to be nice. One day I was just like in an especially bad mood. Someone I know probably died, or someone got AIDS or cancer. So many things happened.
Yeah, it's when the
It's
Black
hard
Panther
to-
guy died.
Yeah.
oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Chadwick
Chadwick
Boseman's
out-
death
I wanna
hit
know.
Sam pretty hard.
I
He
wanna
was
know
Jackie
exactly
Robinson.
Did you see? There's a Jackie Robinson mural over here,
Uh-huh.
to memorialize Jackie Robinson, the man who broke the color barrier, civil rights hero. But they painted over it at some point, and they turned it into Chadwick Boseman, actor.
Yeah.
No, they painted it.
Yeah, on
Yeah, so
Baby
they took-
Blues Barbecue on Lincoln, they literally had a Jackie Robinson mural, and then Chadwick Boseman died, and they're like, I mean, we're going to paint Chadwick on
It was after
That's
he
insane.
died. I thought it
have
was
been.
up there.
It'd be crazier if he
I
was
guess I
alive.
wasn't.
still
Well,
when
and then
he
they
did that.
painted over Chadwick.
He passed away, I guess, before I even moved out here.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe it was a...
All I know is that every single Nipsey Hussle thing has just been covered by Kobe.
It's also like, are
They
we
just
supposed
keep
to, like-
changing the same guy into whoever dies. They like,
Yeah.
It's like when Disney World changed the president
from
robot
Hillary
from
to
Hillary to
Trump?
Trump.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah,
that's
I
just
do.
Hillary.
I don't think that was ever confirmed, but I definitely believe it. If
Yeah.
you look it up, that's a very Hillary-looking robot.
Yeah.
Are you supposed to care about Nipsey Hussle? Like, I don't mean to be rude, but like,
I learned who he was on the day he died.
yeah,
I would say
I was also like a block away from where it happened, like as it was happening.
it was in
Rhett and I
Law?
were driving up back from Orange County.
You were in Crenshaw.
Yeah, we were like passing it as it happened.
Yeah, the event.
I'm not
Whoa.
going to say I was involved.
Well, what? He was like walking out of a subway
but I
at
don't
3
really have
a.m.
an alibi that I wasn't.
He was
there.
walking out of a Subway sandwich shop at 3 a.m. Is that what
it's
happened?
bad that I understand that completely. know exactly what you're talking about.
And yeah, he was killed by
I saw him and I was
two
like,
African MAGA
I mean,
guys.
someone else saw
Yeah,
him.
two gay, buff African men.
Oh man. Oh yeah, the fucking the
Oh,
Chihuahua
yes.
one day. I was really really pissed because I found out that Kobe's helicopter was actually shot down or something. I don't know. I had a reason to be mad.
Shot down by Shaq.
This is what I think about a three-peat. And this Chihuahua comes up from behind me and just like nips my ankle, like pulls around, nips my ankle, pulls the sock, like pulls skin off, and I just like throw my leg back, just out of like whoa, and then I'm mad, so I swing back forward and just get underneath it, like underneath its body, and just thrust it up. It went so high. It was like I coffin cornered this dog. I fucking Brian Heckered this like on the 4-yard line, and just hit the ground, rolled once, and then just ran back inside. And it never fucked with me ever again.
So how far? Did you wait? Was it more like in the air or more distance?
It was everything. I got
Wow.
all of it because I literally it got
really
like
upright.
it got the like its belly, and then there's my shoe fitting into it, and where its legs are like this, and it fit perfectly.
Really, God
and I
designed these small dogs perfectly for your foot to just kind of.
just
It does
launched.
feel.
underneath.
It does feel right.
It
I
feels
do
good.
see it, and I'm like, if I didn't love you,
Yeah,
I
that's
would-
why they
I
make
would
it
punch
wrong.
you.
They
I
make it really
know.
wrong because like.
They-
Just fucking you fuzzy guy.
They have to make it illegal.
It like doesn't
if
even
everyone
hurt your
wants to
fist.
do
Or
it.
like it's like punching a cloud. But like,
yeah.
Well, now that we've covered that, should we introduce our guest?
ladies and gentlemen, Alan's on the pod. We never introduce the
No,
guests.
we don't. We always
That's
just kind of
fucking-
roll
It feels
into
weird. Like no one knows us. No one knows you.
Yeah.
It's like fucking. If
Well,
people
there's always
stumble
the-
upon this, they're already like
They've-
literally making fun of Nipsey Hussle can get you killed. Like that's one. I would say that's one of the people that's like I don't.
Nah.
Okay.
Today, even still, no.
No, people are over it.
People are done.
That body is cold.
Don't make fun of what's your face, Ice Spice. That's the new Nipsey Hussle.
Fuck. Is she dead? Did she get killed?
Not yet. Not yet. Not as of recording, but maybe by the time you post it.
That would be brutal if she got, ran over by a truck or.
Yeah, I don't. Every time we say stuff like that on this podcast, it seems to happen.
Yeah,
too.
fucking-
We've said some weird
we-
stuff, and then like the next week it happens.
We named one episode. We were talking. I was having a particularly bad week. I just kicked a Chihuahua 25 yards, 60 feet in the air, and I was just like, if they ever try to do COVID lockdowns on me ever again, I'm going to kill a politician with a hammer. And I kept talking about hammering, and the name of the episode was Hammerman. And then that week,
Yeah,
before,
like 2
literally
days
after we
later.
released the episode, which would have given the listener time to be like, I'm going to do that. The guy went to fucking Nancy Pelosi's husband's house with a hammer.
And he didn't do the job. He didn't finish the job for
Get it
us.
done.
Clearly not one of our listeners.
Yeah.
This was parallel thinking.
Well, when you go onto Spotify and look at the analytics, our listeners are like, Australians, racist New Yorkers, nudist colony, gay guy.
It would be awesome if it's all DC, just politicians in DC, just listening to this.
Just turning it on, living in Virginia and just driving into, the Capitol, just turning on Wisecracker podcast and just having it be like, dude, Joe Biden, the lizard skin is slipping.
Have we looked at our?
I'm going to go pass a bill saying that mandatory abortions for 16-year-olds.
Have we looked at the map, the spray chart of where our
No.
listeners are in a while? It's been
It's
a while.
gotten thrown off because that thing is just for Spotify. And
Okay.
people love when we talk about the analytics of the podcast.
Oh, see behind the scenes.
So what have you been up to? What's going on? This is like the first time we've ever had an actual conversation.
Yeah, I've never talked to either of these men before. Sam, I've ran into multiple times.
We immediately connected on kicking dogs.
Yeah, kicking dogs led to a fruitful conversation.
Alan did come into the apartment. He's like, well, before he even came in, he's like, I didn't know this would be it. It's so nice on the outside. Then he came inside. He's like, it's so nice on the inside. This is a nice dog.
I was so impressed.
He was high marks immediately from Alan, the inspector.
Shithouse ratty dogs.
Things are good. I am. Should we get into Gelman? Do you want to get into Gelman's up top?
100%, yeah.
So for those who don't know, Brett Gelman is a alleged pedophile. We're alleging that here.
Yeah, I know we've probably already done it. We probably already hit him. He's got to be something. He's on TV.
But yeah, he's the king of Israel now.
Yeah, yeah.
Really?
No, yeah. Alan posted a video where he's just standing in front of a bunch of American flags and Israel flags, and he's just like, and you're like, is that how? Is that? I don't know. I've never heard. I've been to bar mitzvahs, but I don't know.
It is bizarre that you're like Brett Gelman. You're like a guy who does like UCB. And then, like, you're, like, kind of like, oh, people are like, oh, that guy's kind of funny. He's, like, kind of an asshole, but he's kind of funny. And then you get on Stranger Things, and it's like, oh, you're a celebrity now. Brett Gelman's a celebrity.
Yeah. Like, people know who he is, and he can, like, address Biden directly, and he will listen.
Yeah.
I've only seen him
Biden's
be
like, he knows
good
the
at
Stranger
playing.
Things kids. I got to turn on what he's saying about Israel.
He always just plays, like, a really weird guy.
Yeah.
And, like, too convincingly.
He's pretty good.
Yeah.
No one's that good of an actor.
Yeah.
I'm starting to think this guy might be a weird guy.
Yeah, Gelman's just like, I don't even know what that was. That was just like a pro.
Well, there was, like, a march for Israel in D.C., which...
Right.
Like,
That's why all our listeners were clustered in D.C.
That's
on
right.
the last analytics check.
They were on top of the roofs, ready to snipe at any moment.
Both sides.
waiting for the message.
Yeah. They were like, which one do they want us to do? People were in at the like pro-Palestine ones here in New York and then in D.C. They're like, stand back and stand by, say the word, and then we're like, this podcast is pro Egypt.
Yeah, we don't really care what side of a conflict our listeners take as long as they're extremely radical and
Yeah.
prepared for violence.
Yeah, either side of the horseshoe curve.
Mm-hmm.
It is awesome because like the pro-Palestinian march is for like a ceasefire, and then the pro-Israel march is like just to be like we love Israel.
Yeah.
Like there's no political point to it.
Uh-huh.
It's just like everything's going well right now. Israel rocks.
I do love the like firmness of just being like, you'll see signs like people will like cry about signs that are like, Israel, get the job done. And I'm like, dude, you do kind of have to respect that Israel. It's just like, it's 4th down and like 40, and they're on the 50-yard line. They're like, we're gonna run up the fucking gut. And we don't care what. And we're playing like, you know, Palestinians.
The New England Palestinians.
Yeah, fucking Hamas, the cat over there. That is nuts. Is he alive?
He doesn't.
Poke the cat.
Oh,
Okay, all right. That was a
we're good.
fluke.
And
That
also,
was a very
you got one tail
dead-
hit, and there was
Yeah,
nothing.
There was nothing. I was kind of
I
worried
was
for a
like,
second.
okay. His head he might have just broken his neck just by himself.
It'd be awesome if I was hearing the cat had like SIDS. It was like we had to like. I guess pod's over.
Oh, I already have toxoplasmosis. I literally, I've been around this cat for like 3 days. I fucking already sent in my ballot. I have a Fauci prayer candle coming.
The prayer candles.
Yeah, it is like, I don't know, dude. The only time I've ever been like a rally or anything was fucking Eagles win the Super Bowl, Phillies win the World Series. Donald Trump technically loses the election, but you got to get in there. You got to get in the building. The president
like
is telling you to go inside of a building. It's like when you're a kid, you do physical fitness testing. It's like, if you can do the V sit and reach and you can get a 30, then, you know, George Bush will give you a fucking pin. And then now the president's like, go inside of the Capitol building and stop this. It's like, that's what Have I lost my fucking marbles? That's what you're supposed to do is listen to the president.
Did you see Bush's first pitch at the Rangers World Series this year?
I heard it wasn't as good.
It was shit. It was terrible.
Yeah, it's tough.
He was like
Sequel's
in front of the
never as
mound,
good.
and it bounced like 3.
I'm not
I
calling.
did
I'm
watch
not
it.
calling W the sequel to his father. I'm calling the pitch the sequel.
He did do the funny thing where he started to walk up to the mound. He's like, "Fuck you, I'm like 70."
My friend's dad did open heart surgery on Bush. He could have killed Bush.
Whoa, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Wait,
What?
He chose not to.
does alcohol
He
affect your
just-
heart?
I would assume so.
I think it's because his heart was so big,
Yeah, so full
like
of
the
love.
Grinch at the end of the
No,
movie.
was this recently?
This was maybe like 10-ish years ago.
It was probably a broken heart that he couldn't win Afghanistan.
Ooh, yeah, maybe.
But he after it, he was like, "Hey, thank you so much for doing the surgery. Can I paint you?" I was like,
Really?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Does that painting exist somewhere?
Yeah. And then they had dinner together. They like hung out.
I
and-
mean, that's so
It's
cool.
funny. Everyone I know who's ever met George W. Bush is like, he's a great guy.
I'm sure. Yeah, he's kind of awesome in
They
his own way.
have to be.
He's a little quirky.
Yeah.
You know, he's a little fucking quick to, dropping the bombs, but he's a fun guy. Yeah.
Someone's got to do it, I
Yeah.
guess. I don't know.
I do think it would be funny if, this doctor shows up to George Bush's house in Texas, which is probably just like a exact replica of the White House somewhere in Arlington.
Yeah.
And then he's like, he gets there. He's like, "Oh yeah, come on in, man. Yeah, like that's just Joe Biden. Whatever. Who cares?" Kids don't care. The kids don't know the
every
difference.
president gets
They're all
the voice
Biden
of the
now.
current president.
You gotta do the. You gotta do the fade. I don't know. I literally have done George Bush on stage recently. It's funny that I've done a George Bush sketch like six times.
surgery. I got to get a heart surgery.
Yeah, whatever. Who cares? Obama's
Now
the way
watch this
falling into-
drive.
But he shows up to the house and it's like, "Oh, great, yeah, paint away." He's like, "Okay, well, take your clothes off. I want to paint you. I don't want to paint."
Yeah. Want to see your penis?
Take your
I want
clothes
to
off.
see that dick. I want to see that cock.
I'd love to paint you in the nude. All my paintings are in the nude.
Starts just body painting.
I'd like to paint you.
I want to paint you just black. Just black face. Takes a picture. He's like, "Epstein's gone, so now we have to get black."
All right, I painted you. Now dance. Now start tap dancing.
Yeah. Damn. Open heart surgery. That's like the big one.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I wouldn't want to get it.
Yeah.
Not even just to try it out.
Not even just to try it
Casual.
out. Especially if I was George Bush. If I was George Bush, I'd be scared that like they're gonna just
Well, like Trump would eat at McDonald's because he's like, don't want to get poisoned. By some Cuban chef. I want to have some teen give me diarrhea that doesn't know he's serving me.
Right.
That is the strategy. Guaranteed diarrhea over death.
With his diet, George Bush paints, but Trump paints bathrooms.
Trump, that body type, I know, we're the same exact height and weight. He has diarrhea. And I've seen his diet. It's like he has diarrhea.
Yeah.
Like in The
He's-
Dark Knight when Batman does that weird thing with the bullets to get the whatever.
Uh-huh.
You have the body to see, like, this is what the
Right.
shit probably would be like. Similar diet, similar size.
I've pretty much seen Donald Trump have sex. I've pretty much seen Donald Trump shit.
You've seen him. You've seen that video?
The piss one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We
you've seen
have
that?
it. Yeah,
Nice.
we have it.
Yeah.
What's weird is if you were an early donor, he sent it to you, but then they had to pretend like it didn't
Thank you
exist,
so
but
much
we
for
have
giving
it.
me $25. Here's a video of me peeing on 2 Ukrainian girls. That was my favorite. That they really couldn't decide and still can't decide if being a pervert is bad or good.
Yeah, that's right. Because everyone's like, Trump's a freak. And it's like,
Yeah.
well, actually, he just loves kink.
Yeah, he's just a king.
He's just a kink guy.
Remember when Cuomo was wearing nipple rings or whatever?
Yeah.
Right.
It's like, I don't have a problem with that, I guess.
We mentioned diarrhea. A guy at my work, I think, keeps on diarrheaing in the nice bathroom, and it keeps on going out of order because of
Diarrheaing.
him. And I almost want to like tell somebody, like, hey, don't let that guy.
That's crazy.
Don't let
He's
that
put
guy
a
go in there.
bathroom out of order multiple times.
Yeah, because I've been in there. I've been in there once before.
That
It's
could
just
be diarrhea though.
Oh, it's just all over the place. He just fucks up. He's done it multiple times.
If you've ever left any poop on the lid or anything, like the bowl, and it can splash up. This is the thing that I learned.
I learned recently it can splash up.
So did I. I learned that like 3 years ago. My roommate was like,
very young. I learned that at a young age.
I take sniper shits. Everyone has these like buckshot shotgun shits.
No, my tiny Korean roommate when I first moved to LA, he was like, Sam, you're fucking like painting the upper lid of the bath, and I'm like, that's a thing? And I looked and I was like, oh, God, I'm sorry. I never did it again. I do it all the time, but I wipe it. You make sure to wipe it. Because Dan would get in there and you just, like, just little, like, pebbles.
Like a rabbit.
Yeah, it'd be one little, like, quarter-sized poop and then being like, oh, I feel 10 pounds lighter.
But the guy at work, he's like 5'5". And I kind of was like, you shouldn't
Whoa.
you shouldn't be producing that.
Yeah,
that
that's
should
impressive.
That should be a bigger man who's doing that in there.
Is like the
Yeah,
does your
I pictured
colon
a bigger man
change
when
the
you said
size?
multiple bathroom shutdowns.
Like, it's also like, just go to the shitty bathroom. Don't go to the nice one. Like, everyone wants to go to the nice bathroom.
He should get his own bathroom.
So
at
wait,
this point.
what is like
like a
nice
handicapped parking
bathroom?
space or
It's
something?
I don't know how to describe it.
We gotta get this guy. Yeah,
like
they
you
just
keep
bring
like
in
there's
a
something that
We
like,
can't
this
fire
is,
you for cause for this, so
This
we
is
have a new
special
bathroom for you.
circumstances, and you like
and people know who it is.
I think I might be the only one because I've been
Gotta hop on.
So to everyone else,
shits
it's
all
just a
day,
mystery.
so I need that nice bathroom.
To everyone else, it's just the shit fairy. Like no one knows what's happening, but you've seen it.
So the nice bathroom has like, I mean, to me, the nice bathroom has to have something like a bidet or something.
It's just like
Yeah, what makes it the nice?
so.
bathroom?
There's just a very normal bathroom with like, urinals and stalls, and then like I guess it's like supposed to be for what's it called? Disabled people.
Oh, so they gave him the handicap.
I was gonna say gender neutral, and then I'm really glad that we didn't
Kind of similar.
have a 3, 2, 1.
What is the term? Like not when your mind's retarded, but when your body's retarded.
Oh, was that Broussard said the other day? Did you guys see that?
Chris Broussard,
Yeah.
on air, he's like, he's playing like a fucking retard. And he's like,
my God.
I'm sorry, he was like, I had a brother-in-law or something.
Yeah, I had a cousin.
My
We had to put him down.
He was like, he just died, as a matter of fact. Rest in peace.
What's Chris Broussard doing these days? What's he on?
I
feel like I haven't-
the ESPN rounds of like
I feel like I haven't even seen him.
cold pizza or whatever.
Pizza.
Man,
Stump the Schwab. Man, ESPN
That shit was
We used
awesome.
to be a fucking proper country.
I mean, Cheap Seats kind of rocked for
I don't
its
think
time.
I remember Cheap
That was the
Seats.
Sklar brothers, who I have my issues with. I think they're not funny, but
They're pedophiles.
yeah, perhaps. I actually did a show, and they were in the show next, and I asked them, like, "Oh, what's the next show?" The Sklar brothers like, "Oh, they just do like karaoke," and I was like, "Oh, sick."
Yeah, they're doing Disney Princess drag show.
The Sklar brothers leading the way. I'm Elsa. I'm Elsa too.
here's Creed.
But yeah, ESPN used to be awesome. They had like Stump the Schwab.
Stump the Schwab was an all-time show where it's literally just like, I'm just a loser, and you're not gonna fucking beat me with sports bullshit. And like no one, like people didn't.
Yeah, it's just cool too. Like they were just like, oh, here's this guy in the office who's like annoying and an asshole, but he knows shit. Like this could be a fun sports show, and it was. And they did it for. It was like very cheap to make. Why is it gone? Why are we not doing this again?
Well, the Schwab, he shot himself in the brain.
Yeah. It was a R. Bud Dwyer situation where he did it on Stump the Someone stumped him, and he pulled a gun out of a
Name the
paper
top 10
bag.
AL home run leaders. Mark McGuire and
Yeah, the Cubs won the World Series. He's like, it seems like a good time to fucking blow my brains out.
that's a good trivia question.
That's the last.
What also happened in 2016 when the day the Cubs were on the World
Howie
Series?
Schwab killed himself on live TV.
I was in Disney World for a band trip my freshman year of high school. Well, I stayed in band.
Did you get groomed?
No. I did go underneath, and they were making the Hillary Clinton robot.
You saw the robot?
This was 2011, so I was like, why are you making a Hillary Clinton? And they were like, you'll fucking see. And then
those are, speaking of the stand-ins, are those the stand-ins for the presidents? Because you know how when the president dies, they replace it with a robot or a clone.
Yeah.
Is that what's going on? And
Well,
then they're the leftovers, so they just start warehousing them.
They get the weirdos at Pixar to, claymation.
Maybe there's something to that.
But I was in Disney World in like 2010 or something, and they were having like ESPN The Weekend, which was a thing, and the Phillies had just re-signed Cliff Lee back, so they had the four aces. They had Holiday, Cliff Lee, Cole Hamels, Roy Oswalt, Joe Blanton. Come on,
Joe Blanton. Wow, that's crazy. Yeah.
And
name the other Philly starter. Stump the Schwab.
Fuck you,
Joe
Schwab.
Blanton.
And like we're at Disney World. I stayed in band for a year because the trip was Disney World, and then I quit when the plane fucking hit the ground and we all applauded. I was like, anyway, fucking never playing trumpet again. And but waited around in Disney World for like 3 hours just to be like, I don't know, as close to Cliff Lee and Roy Halladay as you would be if, say, you went to a baseball game just to see them interviewed by Stephen A. Smith or whatever.
Yeah.
The only way you can get close to Roy Halladay is if you're the Gulf of Mexico.
Yeah. If you want to get close to Roy Halladay, you have to take a fucking leap of faith.
Yeah. You got to get in that submersible to find old Roy.
What an odd day. That was my Kobe Bryant.
That
really was my Kobe Bryant.
He was kind of an
too.
incredible guy, too.
Yeah.
I was like at work or something, and something came along the computer because I was not working, and it was like they found a piece of a plane with a serial number that belonged to Roy Halladay, and it's like, oh, that's weird. Why did Roy Halladay let someone else borrow his plane and crash it?
It was like, no, that's not him in it. Please be his son.
Hopefully it's the younger version of him.
Like literally it happened, but like the day before he posted a video where he was like flying around going too low on the water. And the thing is like I loved Roy Halladay as a baseball player. I didn't know him personally. Fucking hot shot going around, throwing curveballs and changeups. Throw a fucking fastball, dude.
We see his that exact plane buzz Santa Monica all the time.
Yep.
Yeah, there's like,
oh yeah,
it's just like a rich guy mini airplane that they sell you, and they're like, you can do stunts even though you don't know how to fly.
Yeah.
But this one time it didn't work out, I guess.
Yeah, he can pinpoint a split finger fastball right on the corner to Carlos Ruiz from 63.5 feet away, but he can't not fly directly straight down into the water. He couldn't quite judge it.
It's tough.
There was another pitcher who did that.
Corey Lytle.
I remember I was like in sixth
Stump
grade
the Schwab.
or something.
Name the two pitchers. This century, two pitchers have crashed their planes.
And
Phillies
Darvish.
players.
You Darvish has done that. In a couple of years, he will.
Oh, no.
Get ready. Yeah, at Disney World, at the bottom, they told me Darvish is going to die. I was like, here's Darvish. You'll see. In the tunnels of Disney World. Corey Lytle, the Phillies just traded him to the Yankees.
Yeah, good trade.
And he flew into the World Trade Center.
Yeah, who won the trade?
The Phillies traded him to the New York Yankees, and then he hijacked a jetliner leaving Boston.
Literally, it happened, and I was like, "Oh, that's horrible." At least
he missed spring training because he was taking flight lessons, but didn't learn how to land.
He was studying the Quran.
Yeah, Corey Lytle.
He was being Muslim.
Yeah, Corey Lytle takes off his cross chain. We're like,
I thought you were really into that stuff.
It is very funny to fly into a building. Like, how fucking stupid can most of the world is in
How
buildings.
fucking stupid can you be?
It's been long enough. It's been like 20 years.
Well, yeah, that's true. The 9/11 terrorists were much stupider than Roy Halladay because, like, what is it, 70, 80% of the Earth is water? So, like, you hit anything, it's going to be water. What percentage of the Earth is skyscrapers? Like 0.1?
Yeah.
How do you fuck that up?
They were just trying to do tricks.
Wait, I forgot they were doing it on purpose.
When they were flying the planes they were just trying to do like, oh, America, you think you're hot shit? They were trying to do like we can fly between and like do like a nice little trick, and everyone would be like, oh, and then like they do a trick, and then I was like, now you will respect Al Qaeda because we can do like Blue Angels,
we're like the Harlem Globetrotters of flights.
Right.
And we're like, huh. we should let them play in our plane league.
In my head, I thought every episode of this podcast would talk about 9/11, so I'm glad
it's
we got
pretty
there.
close to everyone, if not every single
Well, people
one.
always talk about like their trauma and shit, and like, oh, I have this bad thing that happened to me, and then it's like, you're not allowed to talk about your favorite thing all the time.
It's more fun to talk about how the 9/11 terrorists are like the Harlem Globetrotters because they attacked the Washington Generals by crashing into the Pentagon.
Have you guys seen that video where it's like the first plane? Yeah, you know what I'm talking about? The first
Just a 9/11 video. I'm like,
Have you seen that video? Yes.
yeah. But the first plane has already hit, and so people are like freaking out, and there's this guy filming the towers still. Everyone else is kind of like talking, freaking out. Or he's filming like the air behind the towers, the sky. The air. He's filming the air behind the towers from the sky.
That's what it is.
And then he's like, oh, there's another plane coming. And he's like filming it. He's like, oh no. And it's like, oh darn.
That's one that came out like pretty recently
Yes.
too, right? Like it's
It's in crystal clear HD, and at the bottom it says filmed on iPhone.
Honestly, it looks like it's filmed on an iPhone.
Yeah.
Like that's what's crazy. And he's like saying like, my God, and everyone else is like going like screaming and stuff. He's like, my God. And it seems totally fake. And he was in the middle. I mean, there's a whole. I went down a whole rabbit hole.
Or is
he
that
was
just
CIA
like
guy,
good?
right, or something?
He's what?
The guy is like he's been like painted by George Bush and everything.
Yeah, he did open heart surgery on George Bush. Yeah.
How do we know he wasn't just a good documentarian? Like if I was like
Ken
National
Burns.
Geographic style, and like a tiger came out from the bush and ran this way, I'd be like, well, I better put my camera on this second bush in case a second tiger runs out of it.
He was getting like B-roll for the documentary he was gonna make about it.
I think that was the biggest problem with 9/11. I think why it made it so much worse was that in New York, some people might not know this, but when you are living in New York, you don't want to look up at everything because it makes you look like a tourist. So even when the first plane hit, everyone was still like, I'm going to look at the street because I don't want people to think I'm from out of town.
Oh,
so they didn't even see.
I'm a real New Yorker.
All right.
Well, we can pivot back to Stump the Schwab.
Yeah, I'm not gonna.
Yeah.
I was gonna say something to keep the conversation going, but I think we actually.
But I was at Disney World, just sitting there, not riding any rides, watching these two millionaires just talk about playing a fucking sport. I'm like, this is awesome. I'm like, they leave. I've seen enough. And my friend's like, let's go see Stump the Schwab because they were having Stump the Schwab live.
That's amazing.
And I was like, I've seen enough ESPN The Weekend stuff. I want to go to the Indiana Jones live thing. And he was like, I'm never going to forget this. And genuinely, he didn't. And his life has taken a turn. You know, since then he developed like very bad depression, and I think it's because I fucking stole.
He had a chance to see the Schwab live.
Schwab. He probably, honestly, one of the smartest
And
sports
instead, you
guys
saw a
ever.
guy
He probably could've
pretend
stumped
to be Indiana Jones. And
it. Yeah, it wasn't
dodge
even
a
Harrison
boulder.
Ford. They didn't even get
It
Harrison
wasn't
Ford.
even Harrison Ford.
What
Yeah.
if the
They
actors?
In like
get a
2011.
65-year-old Harrison
They
doing
really
live
should. They really
Indiana
should have
Jones.
the actors do that stuff.
Yeah.
You should have to play the character in all
Just
appearances.
check the small print after doing King of the Crystal Skull. He's like, fuck, I gotta do Disney World fucking at ESPN The Weekend.
That's what the new SAG contract is. Like you have to do like the live Disney stuff for your
Yeah.
big action characters.
Yeah, Tom
Once
Holland
you
has
put
to be
on
at
the
Disney World
suit-
24/7.
Once you put on the suit, it's you. Like
Yeah.
like the Santa Claus.
I did just see an Instagram post where it was like, first appearance of the. I literally just saw a vaccine commercial and it triggers me. I'm so fucking gay. It was a picture of like the Queen or whatever from The Crown, like the newest season of The Crown or something, or
The crayon.
The Crayon. But it was just like two actors on the red carpet. And it was like Kate, the one actress is playing Kate Middleton, and the other one's playing the guy, Prince, whatever.
They're already up to today.
I
They've
don't
got
know.
people playing the.
All right, I think they're filming it, but they were at this red carpet, and in the comments, everyone's like, Kate Middleton would never wear that dress. And then it'd be like, do you think that, like, the actors,
the red carpet, yeah.
they leave work, and then they're like, I still gotta,
Kind
it's
of
like,
still be. I do think a lot of people feel that way, which I always thought was stupid. Like, obviously, Jack Nicholson hits a woman on a movie. He's not. He's not hitting women.
It's not the
But then I
greatest
saw
example.
Brett Gelman, and I realized actors are the characters they play on
well,
TV.
actors are the most persecuted people on the planet, and including commercial actors. And it is a funny thing because like it's like, oh, she's showing too much cleavage. Cleveland show. She's showing too much Cleveland
They're
show.
showing too much Cleveland show.
They can never show too much Cleveland show. That's rule number 1 of
They
Hollywood.
recast Cleveland.
Do you ever
Really?
catch your
Well,
eyes
I think 'cause due to
floating
the-
towards
Due to
Cleveland
the
show?
BLM. I'm being I'm not
Honestly,
No
joking.
way.
It's
Was
like-
Cleveland a white voice
Cleveland was a
actor?
white man, yeah,
Oh, okay. Well,
which was funny.
that's literally blackface.
That's true.
Oh.
Wait. Oh, yeah.
But
I never
he
knew that.
was like
Wait,
the writer
the character
and
of
creator.
Cleveland is black?
The
I'm colorblind. You guys will have to explain this to me.
I'm a 1992 liberal.
yeah, I don't see color.
Even cartoon characters. Dr. Hibbert, he's yellow, right?
No, I don't know about that. But he was like the writer and creator and voice of the show. And then they were like,
Seth MacFarlane?
no, it was I think his name's Mike Henry.
His
or
name was
something.
Honky McCracker.
But now he can't do Cleveland voice no more.
What a fucking justifiable tragedy.
It is funny. Like I support BLM.
Yeah, obviously.
for
We
all
all
the
support it.
for all the
I didn't. Now I do.
I did. It took me.
Now
a couple
that I know
years.
they
I-
got that
not 2020, but
Cleveland
2022. I
voice.
figured it out.
This week I posted a black square. I was like, yeah, you're right.
It's time for the square.
That stuff was kind of bad that those policemen were doing.
But I think it is very funny that some actors are like, "So how did you get this role?" Like, "Oh, it's because George Floyd died." And so
No,
then,
he said that.
well, no, he didn't say that. But that's like that is true though. It's like, well, how did I get this role? Well, I guess George Floyd died. Yeah.
Everyone needs a big break. You never know where it's gonna
I
come
mean-
or what it's gonna come from.
Yeah, my big break was what's the guy's name? The police officer?
Chauvin?
fuck. Yeah, Derek Chauvin was my big break.
Remember when they were gonna put out a movie called Neighborhood Watch, and then George Zimmerman did that thing, and then they were like, "We can't put out a movie called Neighborhood
Yeah,
Watch."
they're just like The Watch instead.
Watch, yeah.
They're like, that's good.
It was a movie about aliens or something, or like there were monsters.
Yeah.
But like it was funny that literally
like
that
Neighborhood Watch got the worst name. Like that was probably the worst hit on the term Neighborhood Watch that's ever
They
happened.
could not have foreseen that.
And then who was it? Was it someone tweeted out a different George Zimmerman's address? Like, go kill.
Oh,
him.
that
It's
was
like,
Spike Lee.
Spike Lee,
Yeah, he's
yeah.
like,
Oh,
go,
Spike Lee did
he was
that?
like, go kill this guy, and it was just a different
two
guy.
very funny things happened. CNN got caught like lightning the photo of George Zimmerman.
Yeah,
Who's like,
they made him look
he's
like very
he's a
white.
Latino.
He just, yeah,
And they were like, we're going to make him white. And then Spike Lee was like, go kill this guy. And the guy's like, he's like, no, I'm on your team. They showed up to like a man's house. And
I
just
don't,
like an
I don't
old,
think anyone showed up. I think he just posted a bad address when tensions were the highest. They
which I
could've
do like
possibly
being
been.
like
It's like,
an Oscar-winning director and being like, fuck it, I'm gonna go tell people to kill someone.
Yeah.
When Spike, am I crazy?
the
He's
Knicks
a
had just
director.
lost as well,
If-
so he was pretty.
If
He was
Spike
in a
Lee
bad
tells
spot.
me to go into the Capitol building,
Yeah.
He's
said
directing
directing
me
me,
to
yeah.
kill George Zimmerman.
When Trayvon Martin died, my friend didn't know who that was. He wasn't paying any attention to the news.
Awesome.
And
I
so he
envy
asked
that
me-
so much. Not knowing what's
wait,
going
Trayvon
on.
Martin died.
Yeah, all right.
Like I was just talking to him.
R.I.P.D. But
Ryan Reynolds.
Ryan Reynolds, Jeff Bridges, R.I.P.
That's
Trayvon
what
Martin.
that movie is about. Is about in
that-
the afterlife killing black teens.
Yeah, that was about.
But
All right. Okay.
but he asked me.
Let's talk about 9/11 again.
He asked me like, "Who's Trayvon Martin?" And I was like, "The first black man to go into space." And he like, "Oh, that's awesome!" And then he like thought he was like walking away, and I just like saw somebody I knew. I was like, "Hey, Neil doesn't know who Trayvon Martin is," and he's like, turned around, "Yeah, I do. The first black man to go into space." And he
Yeah.
yelled it in the whole.
See,
Yeah.
isn't misinformation fun?
It
I'd
is
say
fun.
better than real information.
Lying is fun.
Andrew Breitbart was right.
He was funny.
Yeah, you're just. It was like The Onion. I literally. Oh, what did I? We don't have to talk about that. I just sent my roommate something that was like the Onion News Network, and it was just like very anti-Semitic news clip, And he's like, is this real? And I was like, it's The Onion, retard. Like, it says The Onion.
Yeah.
It's like, I didn't think that this was a thing that people actually
The Onion
fell for.
videos back then are pretty out there.
Yeah, they're crazy.
pretty
Yeah, they
cool.
were funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. On Spike Lee, I work at an agency. I can't say
Drop
the name
it.
of
Say the name.
H&R Block.
It's a little boutique agency.
It's a little boutique agency called H&R Block. And Spike was one of our clients, and he went to Brazil.
That kind of gives away where.
Yeah, H&R
No,
Block.
he just does it. He files his taxes.
Yeah, he files
there.
taxes at H&R Block. And
Spike Lee doesn't do taxes.
He called our office, and I answered, and he's like, "Hey, I was in Brazil for the event you guys booked. I left my iPad. Can you guys find it?" I was
in
like,
Brazil?
Yeah, I was like,
Buy a
I
new
think
one.
I don't know, probably not. I didn't say that. But I was like, okay.
I think I left my iPad on the top of the Jesus statue.
Yeah. I left it in the favela.
If I call my iPad, can you guys search for it in Brazil?
But I made calls all day, and I fucking found it. And it was his. It was pretty easy, honestly. His driver had it. The guy who was driving around. And then the driver emailed us, and he was like, "Hey, just so you know, I drove Spike Lee around 30 years ago too." And he sent us a photo of him driving Spike Lee. And I was like, "Cool, can we please have the iPad back?"
Give me $30,000.
He didn't respond for 3 days, and I was just emailing, "Please, can you just call me? We'll give you some
We need
money."
you to compliment the picture.
That's true. I didn't. And then he said, "Sorry, my phone was out of battery."
Sure. I've been using Spike Lee's iPad as a phone.
I feel like anytime someone's not in America, I'm willing to believe that they can't charge their phone for 3 days or whatever. It's like, oh yeah, I'll give you that iPod. I'm just still searching for clean drinking water.
It's like, hey, I'll return you the iPad, but I did film a little movie on it, and I want you to show it to Mr. Lee.
Yeah, it's called Black Klansman 2. No, but Spike got his iPad back. He was very happy.
Oh,
it's also
good,
the
In
thing
time to tweet out a random man's address.
yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Kill George Zimmerman.
This is an emergency. I need my iPad.
Oh, thank you so much, Alan.
Oh man.
Hell yeah. Stumping the Schwab.
Remember when? Remember when?
Yeah, what else is going on? You guys are you're doing improv and sketch.
I'm doing improv and sketch.
That's the
I'm a
big one.
throwback.
And also, here's the thing. You
Two
got a
sport
little
athlete.
variety show fired up too.
I have a little variety show. I do
This-
improv. I do sketch. I'm a Renaissance
Whoa.
man.
You're
Bo
like
Jackson.
Deion Sanders.
No,
Yeah, I'm Coach Prime.
I'm Coach Pride. I'm the first gay coach.
Isn't it? I feel like Prime's already done, right? I feel like that's crazy. He
They
was the
went-
biggest story in America.
I think they're like 6-6 now
Damn.
or something.
I was gonna go to the UCLA game,
Mm-hmm.
but I was out of town. But my friend bought
I
tickets and he
forgot,
sold
yeah.
it for like a lot of money. And it's like Prime's already done.
Yeah, we were in Colorado like 3 weeks ago, and every store was just like they had like the Prime gear, and it was all marked up to like $60 for like a shirt. And I was like, I think like literally
Well, we
they
should go
won.
back.
They
It's on
won
sale
one
now.
game. They beat what's it called? TCU, Texas Christian University.
Who suck, right? Aren't they bad?
They're bad, but they
Yeah.
were in
They
the
were-
national
yeah, yeah.
championship.
But
But it was it was a nice little race war that the good guys won, and people were like, well, Colorado's good. Coach Prime, he's going to coach in the NFL this season. He's taking Bill Belichick's job. Like, pack your bags, Andy Reid. You're done. Coach Prime is in. Pack your fucking bags, shave your mustache, and jump out of a fucking plane. Andy Reid, you're done. Coach Prime is now going to dominate the NFL. I think Coach Prime should be the player coach in the NFL. I think he should play
awesome.
They
safety.
still have it.
What? He was a cornerback?
I think so.
Yeah.
I couldn't really ever figure out. Yeah, it was like he's a center fielder. What is
I was
he?
also like, and he was playing for the Cowboys and the Braves. Like, how does that shit work? Like,
Yeah, at the same time.
yeah. What's
Yeah,
going
there were
on?
weird
allowed-
things that I feel like both teams came to like an understanding. I think he played every football game, and then he would like miss some baseball.
Missed a lot of
games.
baseball.
I mean, you
games.
can literally miss. Bryce Harper missed like 50 games this year, and he still won the Silver Slugger. It's just like it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Go play football. Neon Dion. I fell for it immediately. I loved Colorado.
I immediately became a hater.
Yeah,
You just got to pick one side.
It's
and you
really
have to die on it.
It's
When
like
something
Trump says
happens,
he's
you
running
have to
for
become
president. You got to either like him or hate him. There's
You have
no
to become
in between.
extremely emotionally invested one way or the other.
Yeah, on Deion Sanders.
Yeah, yeah. You either are like they're not playing the game right. They're a bunch of
He's
show
too
offs.
flashy.
Or you're like, I actually think it's cool that they have chains on.
I do like sunglasses at night. He was
Yeah.
wearing sunglasses at night.
Oh, I just like being disrespectful.
Very like the Blues Brothers.
He's playing a character too, because he was
Yeah.
like, I saw a 60 Minutes interview with him, which is very funny to have like such a culturally relevant football coach to be like, we have to interview him on 60 Minutes after Zelensky or whatever, and they were literally like, so who's the best college football coach? And he's like, you're looking at him. You're looking at him. It's like, do you really think that? I'm like, yes, I do, with all my heart. God's my witness. It's me. But also, it's Nick Saban is the best football coach of all time. And it's like, oh yeah, he's like kind of like, fucking around. He's doing a character.
Have you seen when he was in the Braves? He like poured water on Tim McCarver because McCarver was like, you can't play football and baseball. You can't do that. And Deion was like, yeah, I can. And then he's like, where's McCarver? Where's McCarver? And McCarver was there. And then Deion just picked up a thing of water and poured it on him like in his suit and all his shit.
Yeah.
And McCarver just stood there. He's like, that's real class act, Deion. That's a real class act.
White guy's mad is not good. Oh, real funny.
Golly gee, Dion.
It's hard to be cool when you're angry. I hate that. I hate getting angry and then I'm just like completely like,
I feel like
ah.
I
hate
feel like I
getting
get
pranked.
cool. I get cooler when I'm angry. I think like the Incredible Hulk, but I just turn it into a really cool guy.
Like in my head, if I'm angry, I'm like, shut the fuck up. Stop it. But I'm like, in reality, I'm like, no.
Yeah.
Enough.
Quit it.
I got like, I guess, kind of mugged in New York once.
Kind of?
Hell
Well, this is like I come off like I am a big pussy, and then this is why. I was
Yeah, but you have a gun, so it doesn't matter.
yeah. I was watching the NBA playoffs, I think, and it was raining.
You got mugged by an NBA player.
I got mugged by Anthony Wiggins. When I was walking to a bodega to get LaCroix, but it was like raining. To get LaCroix too, like everything bad.
Yeah, you were doing the old. You were watching basketball, and then you were going
Sober.
I
need
could go
more. I
for
need
a
more
seltzer
lime
water.
LaCroix. And then I had like sandals on, and it was just raining.
Not
really bad.
helping.
I know. And then I had like big headphones on.
Oh.
And I was walking to the bodega, and a guy just starts talking to me. Just a classic New York. I'm like, nah, dude, I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good. And he keeps talking to me. I'm like, wait, what's up? And he's like, give me your wallet. And then he had his hand like in his pocket, and I was like, oh fuck. I know this is not. We can talk my other wallet story in a second, but
I've had this exact thing
Oh,
happen
yeah?
to me. Maybe
Well,
it's the same guy.
I was like,
He's just not very good at getting your attention. Like, excuse me, excuse me, excuse me.
Yeah.
Hand over your wallet, please.
Yeah, this guy sounds like
Excuse
a
me.
pussy too.
well, I was just like, oh shit, okay.
Yeah,
Give him my
sorry,
wallet.
I've
sorry, fucking,
I have a weapon. I have a weapon, and I'm hiding it. It's like, sir, I already assumed you had a weapon. Okay, you didn't need to pretend that you have one.
It's also like I don't know what the fuck I was thinking. Like I was like in the East Village. Like I didn't. There was.
Yeah.
I was
I mean,
not gonna
worst
get
case
fucking
scenario,
snapped.
someone would run up to you and pull your pants down, forced blowjob.
Yeah, which would be kind of not bad.
Tuesday night.
Dude, I also
I got mugged in a way. It's more of a man gave me a blowjob.
Oh, but so how did this end?
I gave him my wallet. I was like, oh shit, okay. I gave him my wallet.
Oh, and all the LaCroix money?
Yeah, I gave him all my LaCroix money, and then he went that way, and I went back to my house and watched the NBA playoffs. And then the next day, my wallet showed up on my doorstep. I guess somebody saw my ID and returned it. So that was nice.
So he just took the money and ditched it.
I think
Well,
he
I
just
guess
threw
if
it,
you
yeah.
can find Spike Lee's
why-
iPad in the entire country of Brazil,
That's true.
you can find one
Hey,
wallet.
a Brazilian guy mugged me. Can you find my wallet in Brazil? Interesting. Because I
Wow.
literally, the first year I moved to New York, I lived on 9th and 39th Street in Hell's Kitchen, like in Times Square. And most days I would go to Two Bros Pizza, and then other days I would go to Chipotle once and just eat it, like split it, one half
Yeah.
for. And then on treat days, I would go to Popeye's Chicken, like that's in Times Square. And one day it was like cold.
I can't imagine going into a Popeyes in Times Square.
It's
like the worst place imaginable.
I would say it's like going
the
into,
chicken is fresh. There's all those chicken
It's like
farms
going into
right
a
by Times
grenade
Square.
store in Gaza or something. But I'm leaving Popeyes. I've got my fucking shit, and as I'm walking, broad daylight, it's like middle of the day, a guy walks up next to me, and he's got the hand in the pocket, like kind of like pointing at me, and I'm not paying attention at all. He's just like, "Hey, it's my birthday." I was like, sorry. Doing the classic.
Yeah, sorry about that.
And he's like, "It's my birthday." And I was like, "Oh, yeah." And he's like, "Give me your wallet." And I was like, "Nah, yeah, sorry." I just kind of was like awkwardly just kept walking. And I turned the corner like onto 8th Avenue. It was super crowded. There was like a fucking class trip. And the guy just like gave up. And then I literally realized, because I was just like, you're not a person. Because if you're a person walking on the street and you're not wearing a suit, you're a fire hydrant to me. You're a fucking
a part of the scenery.
You're not real. And I literally had my hands in my sweatshirt like this, and then once I turned the corner and I realized what was happening, I turned around and I gave him a shrug, like, "Sorry, I didn't know. You were doing your job. I was doing my job. I was rushing home to eat Popeye's
later
chicken
there was
and play NBA 2K
like
midday on a
missed
Wednesday.
connections. I tried to rob you on 8th Avenue.
Yeah.
Yeah, one time I saw this suspicious kid walking my neighborhood with a hoodie and Skittles.
And I pointed a gun at him and he rushed me. What is it? What's the rule? Knife.
You run from a knife, you rush a gun.
Yeah. Brown
probably-
bear.
Oh, that's interesting.
Black bear, lay down, brown bear, give dome. I don't remember what
Give
it is.
dome.
You're like,
You make love to your wife.
Those
and
are-
fuck your sister.
what's the Norm Macdonald thing? It's like dance like nobody's watching, sing like it's the last song you're ever gonna sing, and fuck like a goddamn retard. I don't remember the exact quote.
I think one of my favorite terms of his is make love in the ass.
Make love.
It's just such a Has anyone said make love in the ass? I don't know.
He was the last good guy.
Yeah.
It's kind of been over since then.
That was the
Yeah.
real one. There was a stretch where like I'd wake up every day and it's like Roy Halladay died, Kobe died, Norm Macdonald died.
Yeah,
It
all
felt
my
like there were
favorite
a lot
people
of weird
died.
deaths of like, oh, I actually care about this person for
It
once.
was like Norm Macdonald, Kobe Bryant, Roy Halladay, Gaddafi.
Normally it's like the third daughter on the Brady Bunch has passed
Yeah.
away.
And then everyone's going on the replies and they're being like, Joan Brady would never show that much cleavage.
Cleveland show.
That's a hard word for me to say.
Cleavage.
I can see your Cleveland. Yeah. What are we at?
Was that Cody trying to break down the door?
I think Cody was about to come in. My roommate was about to come in, but
we're at
curious.
52 minutes.
oh, nice.
Oh, nice.
Damn, this fucking flew by.
Yeah.
Do
we
you have
just-
any like sports facts we want to do?
Any sports shit?
we want
Maybe.
to stump the Schwab.
Maybe we just sit here and pet the animals for a while.
Wait, this is interesting. No, you're good.
Slide on in.
I love all day.
What's up, Malin? Nice to meet you.
All day. The way you said that, I thought you said I'm Malin.
I'm Malin. Dude. I'm Malin. What's
I'm
up?
Malin. My old roommate would do this thing when we'd go to restaurants or anything. The waitress, because waiter, come on, get a real job. Be a man. Yeah. Me and Cody were complaining all day about being really hungover, and it's funny to have him walk in with a case of
Sure,
Michelob's.
thank you. Michelob.
This is like
Ultra mode.
yeah, we're still in sports.
I don't have a pussy in this thing replacing
I could talk
Thank
about the history of Cat, how that came about. It is
Why
funny
there's
to
a
have
cat.
it be like.
Do you think they've seen the cat? They'll see the cat.
I don't know.
cares?
Pick up the cat. Yeah, interview it.
Get
Maybe
the cat
it's
on the
humming.
mic.
Hey, what's up?
We're gonna have to bleep that out.
Yeah, jeez.
So my girlfriend wanted a dog to keep her dog company, an extra dog, and I said no way. If you do that, I'm going to stump my own Schwab. I'm gonna blow my brains out.
Stump my Schwab on television.
I'm gonna suck the Schwab.
And to the point where she went to like an adoption fair for dogs with her mom, and her mom called me and was like, "You have to stop her. She's adopting another dog." And I call her. I'm like, "Don't adopt. I'm the man of the house. I don't have a job. I'm the man of the house. I literally I'm not. I might have low testosterone. I literally want to get blood work done. I'm the man of the house. I've gotten mugged before, and I didn't know it was happening. I was like, you aren't allowed to get another dog. Like, that's not happening." She's like, "Oh, but it's so cute." Her mom calls me again. It's like, "She's doing it." And I'm like, "Well, what the fuck?" And meanwhile, they're in a fight. They've been in a fight. They're still in a fight. But they're at this fucking dog fair being like, he's getting a dog. And then
There's one thing we can agree on. Sam needs to take care of more animals.
30 minutes in, I'm like stressing. I'm calling her. I called her like 8 times being like, "Don't do this. Don't do this." And she's like, "We're fucking with you." And I was like, "I'm going to hit you." Like, this is why women get hit.
Oh, so they were just messing with you the whole time?
They were fucking with me. Wow. 1 week later, her mom is in fucking Palm Springs being like, "I want to adopt this cat, but it's got a brother and they can't be separated." And now they're separated, obviously, not in the same house.
Yeah, you see the second cat?
And I was like, "No." This was Sunday morning. I was like, "No, I don't want this cat." And Ken was like, "Oh, fuck, I don't want to say her name. Whatever. It doesn't matter. Fucking who cares?"
We're going to bleep out what Lamar said earlier. So the cat's name is Lamar.
I go to do a show at the Pack Theater in Hollywood.
Famous Pack Theater.
Do 9/11 jokes or whatever. And then, she's like, "The cat's here. But it's just a test. Like, we'll see. Like, we don't need to keep it." I'm like, "Do you understand? If I come home to a fucking cute little cat, I'm not going to be like, flush it down the toilet. We're not keeping this thing." It's like, I see it. It's there now, but I get to name it. And it's going to be the N-word. That's out of the question. And that's what it is. And for the first 10 hours, I was doing it. And she was like, "No." I was like, "I told you no, I don't want a cat. You don't want this name." So see how this works? But it's a good fucking cat.
We steal a lot of
Hamas.
bits from H.P. Lovecraft.
Yeah, H.P. Lovecraft's.
That's not bad.
His no, but his cat's name was the N-word.
No, really?
Yeah.
Good writer.
It was N-word man, which is even crazier to me.
Because the cat is neither.
Man.
The cat is neither.
Yeah, of course not. But
Yeah, he had to change that cat's name after George Floyd tragically passed away as well.
This cat died in 1904, but they had to. But I literally looked up because I thought it was his dog, and I was looking like N-word dog. And
You just Googled N-word dog.
There's actually more pets named the N-word than you might think.
there's like a famous.
Yeah.
There's like a dog from like a World War II cavalry that like saved 100 men, or World War I, and its name was just the N-word, and it's just because it was a black dog. See, this is the other thing. Is like it goes into the fucking shit pit. Like, have you ever had a cat?
No.
It's just got a toilet there.
The litter box, right?
That was
It's
always like
disgusting.
I'm fairly allergic to cats, but I can get over that. It's the litter box that has always been kind of disgusting to me.
I don't understand. So why do they have to go in a litter box? I mean, I'm kind of a cat idiot.
I think you can't. So am I. I have not done my work as a dog man, as a straight dog man. I have not done my work to actually figure out what the fuck is going on with cats.
yeah.
But I think it's
CLM.
just because they like don't. You can't just like take them out and they won't just like.
They won't
be
just
on
do
a
it.
leash.
Yeah. It is funny how dogs are
You could
very male. Like, even if it's a female dog, it's like a male. It's like a dog. It's like a guy.
Yeah,
Like
everyone
this is
knows
more of a
all-
guy than this.
Yeah.
all dogs are
is a
guys.
guy-
All
this
cats
is
are
a guy
girls.
cat.
That's a guy cat. Well, cats and women work in deception shadows, and they love to, lick their own pussy. Men like to be fun, drunk, and
Hump
suck their
everything.
own dick. That's dogs and men.
Wow.
Yeah, I love the little fucker. He like climbs up on my shoulder like a parrot.
Come with the claws.
Yeah. He's a good man.
Wow.
You're a good man, Lamar.
But it is funny because now it's like, oh, I have a good bathroom and a bad bathroom, and I'm the one shitting up the good bathroom. And fucking Lamar is like, it's like, oh, he's low maintenance. Cats are low maintenance because they can just, shit inside. I'm like, I'd rather fucking have it shit outside. My life went from I don't have a girlfriend to I have a girlfriend. And every single fucking day I pick up like 6 different shits. I literally touch 2 of his shits, 2 of her shits, and 1 of my shits and 1 of my girlfriend's shits. Like,
you know how like a male dog, the penis is very prominent. Like you see the penis.
yeah.
Right.
And then
They
the
almost
ferret's
never are
cock.
wearing pants.
But a female dog, the pussy is very hidden.
Oh yeah.
And I like that.
Right.
Wouldn't it be weird if the
Huh.
pussy was just the same size as the penis and it's just out and about?
On the dog or
Guess I
on
never
on
really
the
thought
dog,
about
yeah.
that.
Yeah. I
That's
guess
one of the advantages of a pussy is it's concave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can
It's
kind of hide
perfect.
You can hide it, yeah.
You can hide the penis.
That's
if you,
what I
if you
like about
please.
Yeah, it's true if you want to.
There is a picture floating around of me in high school. I'm in high school class and I've got everything tucked. I literally,
class?
it was, well, my wood tech teacher.
Again, the statute of limitations is passed.
My wood tech teacher wanted to fuck me, so
Yeah, me and my wood tech teacher were having sex during the school day. My beautiful busty female wood tech teacher. He was like,
I'm something of a wood technician.
yeah, you wouldn't be mistaken if you called me a wood tech.
yeah, let me work that fucking wood. He one day said that I seemed like the type of kid that would wear a shirt in the pool. And I was like, oh, fuck. I don't care. I don't give a shit. So the next day, I was like, I love my body. Hated it. Still do. When the next day I came in and I had my pants pulled down and this is an all male class and I had my dick and balls tucked in between my legs. I was like, I'm ready for school. And the he had to pretend to be mad, but he was like laughing and he was
Yeah.
like, get the fucking pull your shit up. But my friend,
pull your dick out. Show me your fucking dick.
that shit's tucked. Go all the way.
Yeah, go all the way. Let me see that peen.
And my friend took a picture of it and sent it to people on Snapchat. And this girl, Allie, screenshotted it and posted it on Facebook. And I was like, if you don't take that down, I'm going to go to jail because I'm 18 and everyone in this class is 17. And at the end of the day, I did get called into the principal's office. And like in class, people knew that this happened. But the teacher's like, Naismith, go down to the office. Hopefully you're getting suspended. And I was like, I'm getting expelled. I'm going to fucking. They have police.
I'm
there.
on the sex offender registry.
Going to prison.
This
dude.
ruined my life. And my mom worked at the school. And I'd get called in the principal's office like a bunch. And this time I walked by because she worked in the office. And I walked by and I was like, ugh, this could be the
This
one.
one's bad.
big
John
one.
Gotti might not get away with this murder.
Teflon Sam.
And I walked in and he was like, Vice Principal Doherty was just like, Sam, everything on the internet's permanent. Everything you do affects your future, and you should know better. And I was like, I'm so sorry. I'm fucking like, because most times I'd come in there like, you can't fucking touch me, pig. Fucking, you try to touch me, you'll be on the news, bitch. I'll kick your
I'll have
fucking
Spike
ass,
Lee
dude.
tweet out your address.
But this time I was like, oh, I'm sorry. Fuck, please don't fucking call the cops. Don't kill me. And he's like, yeah, things on the internet are permanent. And those things you said might be a joke, but you're still saying that Hitler was wrong, right? And I was like, oh, it's about a fucking tweet. It was probably a racist tweet.
It wasn't about the picture.
It was not. It was literally
Hitler was right.
Yeah, so we've come full circle. Hitler was right.
Yeah.
yeah. Some
That's so
kind
funny.
of
The tweet's just Hitler was right.
the tweet was my friend Christian worked at he was a waiter at this restaurant that I was at for like a family birthday party, and they had like a bar mitzvah happening, and he just came out and he was like, these kids are fucking nuts. And I just like took a picture of him because he like was visibly shaken, and I was like, Christian Miller says Hitler did nothing wrong or something, which is like still worthy of getting called into the office to be like,
Yeah.
hey man,
Yeah.
you're not like a world-renowned rapper yet, so you can't be fucking doing
Yeah, you're
this
not
shit.
the baby. You can't be doing that yet.
Deshaun Jackson.
And that was I learned a valuable lesson.
Oh yeah, Deshaun Jackson did that. Yeah.
Deshaun Jackson was a funny one because he's
pro-Palestine.
Hey.
What? Oh, that's pretty good, I guess. He tweeted the thing. He was like, all the refs are Jews or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then like the next day,
Well, they're
Howie
wearing
Roseman,
striped pajamas.
Howie Roseman and Jeffrey Lurie, both Jewish.
Both
were
Jewish
like,
men.
Deshaun Jackson didn't mean it. They put out like a statement for him. They're like, he didn't mean it. He's educating himself, blah, blah, blah. And then the next day, the same day, Deshaun Jackson retweets someone being like, I don't see why Deshaun Jackson had to apologize. He's right. And it's like, this is so fucking crazy. Like, I'm never the type of person to be like, stop Asian hate. Like, we do got to do something. I mean, actually, that was what I was kind of also with that. This was the first time that I can remember where I was like, people are being pretty bad. People are being pretty fucking anti-Semitic right now.
It was like Nation of Islam stuff was seeping through the cracks of pro sports for like a year. I don't know why. Like, I think even Kevin Durant, maybe. I don't know. It was like
through
people,
Kyrie probably.
Yeah, people that are
My boy
like
Kyrie.
thought of as very clean. It was like, oh well, obviously black people are the real Jews, and these Jews are fake, and they pray to Saturn, and here's why.
It's fun until people with on TV start saying.
Yeah, it's really that type of talk should be held to just street corners in Philadelphia, which is where I first heard it, where I first fell in love with it. And have you ever talked to the black Hebrew Israelites?
No, I was thinking about them because I was like,
The
I wonder.
true Jewish people.
Well, I was thinking like, I wonder what side they're taking on this because they could be like, we're actually real.
They've
the real
kind of
people.
been anti-Israel always
Yeah.
because of this thing of like, those are, so-called Jews. We're like, we're the real Jews.
Yeah.
And we're the real Native Americans. Turns out they're the real a lot of things, actually.
Yeah.
So one day that'll sort itself out and everyone will take their rightful place, I guess. I feel like we could just end this podcast right now. We've been talking for over an hour, unless we want to keep going about different fringe beliefs that have to coexist
from
in
different
one
athletes.
nation.
Yeah. I think Chris Kaman was a white supremacist.
Probably. He definitely had the facial hair pattern of a white supremacist, but I won't explain any further.
Yeah. Chris Anderson, same thing.
All right, well.
We're thinking we just end it because we've gotten into racial politics.
Yeah, good time to cut it off. Also, it's time to stop when I'm wearing the Rocky outfit and I start sweating like I just ran up the art museum steps, but I've been sitting down for an hour and a half drinking cold beverages. It's like, okay, maybe it's time to wrap it up.
All right. Well, check out Alan if you need your taxes done. Head over to H&R Block.
H&R Block, I'll help you out. I'll suck you off.
I'll suck you off. I'll fuck you in the good
If
bathroom.
you lose an iPad in a foreign country, he's your man.
Anything you want to plug? I don't know if you want your real thing out there.
My real thing.
Yeah, he gets a little bit.
Kitty's got claws.
Yeah, you can follow me at Brett Gilman. I got some songs coming out about some certain stuff. Yeah, you can follow me on Instagram, wherever you can find that.
Yeah, we'll put it in the
All right,
fucking,
let's go, guys.
We'll put in the thing. You're gonna get 0 followers from this.
Perfect.
I think I've only lost followers from doing this stupid podcast, but
Let's support Israel. Let's support Ukraine. We can still win this thing.
yeah, come on, boys, finish your fucking job.